Hey, it's Juppe from AOE and today we're going to be doing 19 Pop Archer Rush. This build has become very popular recent 2 years, especially on higher elo, but it is a very advanced build. The advantages of the build is that you have basically answer for almost everything. And it's very easy to variate the build in Field Edge. So if you want to go scouts, you can switch to scouts. If you wanna go heavier archers, you can make a second range. Or you can just finish your walls, stay one range, defend, get to castle really quickly. Start with 6 on sheep. And then we're going to put 2 villagers on wood. Like wood is usually always what you wanna choose, unless it's very far away. 2 vills on wood, and then we're already taking the war. Also, what you need to do with this build is we're going to need to push at least 2 deer minimum. So as soon as you find the deer, you start pushing. With 2 on wood, we should be able to get this boar back to TC before that sheep ends, so we don't need to start another one. So like for us now, if we have a very far away boar, then maybe we want to go for the closer one. Well, actually nowadays they spawn about the same distance, but maybe there's something to block it sometimes. Gonna make a house, and then that villager is gonna go to wood. And here we have our deer, very far away, but necessary to push at least 2 of them. So we push 2 and then go scouting. From this point on, the build itself is very simple, but we just obviously very simple in paper, but execution is not that simple always. My boar was a bit far away, so basically we just need 1 villager to go over to berries at some point. Take the last boar and build a mill. Just need 1 villager over to the mill. Villagers 4. My first villager wasn't that great. 16 pop villager is fine to build a mill. It doesn't really matter which villager builds the mill as long as the mill is finished. Last vills are going to boar. They could go to berries too, but especially if you have a lot of things to eat under the TC, then you can keep them there and then send them after feudal click or after your sheep are done. 19 pop we're going to pick up. And make a loom. Once we pick up, we can send 4 more villagers to wood. Get your sheep ready. More villagers to wood. It's easier to do this one lumber camp, but we could split now too. 2 different lumber camps. You can put a couple of vills on stragglers. 2 or 3. And 2 to gold. Start building barrack. We're gonna pull an extra vill for the barrack. This one could go to wood or gold after barrack and range. Also good idea to make a house. berry villager for it. We can pull another villager for the range, just to get it up faster. At this point you have to be kinda careful if there's man-at-arms coming or something similar. To not get caught out. So maybe you want to build a range in a bit safer spot, or wall the villagers in. Up, so we get a bit-axe. You can send 2 more to gold. If you wanna go really economic, you can get horse collar now, but it's gonna delay your blacksmith. But that's an option if you feel safe enough. I think I'll send these to wood after they're done. A couple houses. Gonna make a range. I mean blacksmith. We stick with one range. I'm gonna go to wood. Blacksmith. That can go to gold or wood. Doesn't matter. Can start farming. And we can send more vills over to berries. Oh, that one was idle. Like 5 vills on berries. This can take sheep, and then struggler. And I have to learn to balance your eco at this stage, depending on different situations. But the faster you get the farms out, the faster you'll be in castle edge. Start walling. Our map here is quite wallable. If you get an easy wall, you can go up quite fast here. You'd go attack 3-4 archers, a good group to attack with. You can decide wherever you want to go with them. Usually sneak into a wood line from the side, sneak into a gold. Obviously if you're against scouts you're gonna need spearmen right now. We also have an option for another archer range if we want to, or stable. It's a very flexible build in that case, in that sense. At this stage of the game we have a lot of options. Maybe a couple of vills more to just wood, since our stragglers are getting quite filled. Basically just put every wood you have now into either farms or another military building. And this would be a nice sneak, for example, coming from the back. Maybe you'll get unnoticed, it's possible. Then you just micro down the vills individually. Now, if you wanna go straight to castle, one range, we are getting quite close to have enough villagers and food, so we could add a second range. And more vills to gold and wood instead. Like this farm count now, it's about enough. That if we add more farms now, it won't make us go castle much faster. Another thing we could do here is add a market, like exactly at this moment. And then sell some wood, buy some food. In some cases you could even sell some stone, buy some food. You get up extremely fast. But now I prefer to send these vills to gold rather than farm, since as I said, new farms at this stage are not going to help you get up much faster anyway. And the second thing is that you're going to need the gold villagers anyway. To produce from 2 ranges. But the market strategy is very strong too. Get like 10 farms and then make a market and buy yourself up. Because if you're continuing with crossbow, then our eco balance is gonna be good like this. So we don't have too much food when we get to castle. We can click up now. It's a very fast uptime like this. A bit faster if you make a market.